Hello dear children, welcome to the ICT class. Let us start with the first lesson and the lesson name is Computer Language. You might be thinking language means Kannada, English, Hindi, Telugu, Tamil. These languages are understood by human beings. Do you know this? Computer also have different types of languages and they are called computer languages. Introduction to computer language. Language is a medium to express our views and feelings. To communicate with the computer, we also need a language which it understands. A program is a set of instructions which tells the computer what to do. As you have already know, computer is a machine. It only works according to the instructions that we give. How do we give instructions to the computer? Through some commands. Those commands are instructions. The process of writing specific instructions in a computer language is called programming. So we will give set of instructions to the computer, right? So that process of writing instructions using computer language is called programming. The people who do the job are called programmers. That means some people write program, right? We can call them as software engineers also. So they are programmers. Do you know there are different types of computer languages? First one, machine language. Second one, assembly language. Third one, high level language. Fourth one, fourth generation language. Let us understand what does machine language means. It is the only language that a computer understands. It is expressed in binary form. ಸೊ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುವಂತಹ ಒಂದೇ ಭಾಷೆ ಅದು ಮಷೀನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್. ಅದು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಝೀರೋಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಒನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಝೀರೋಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಒನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ದಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಈಸ್ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ ಬೈನರಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್. ಮಷೀನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ದ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ಆಫ್ ವೆರಿ ಹೈ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೆರಿ ಲೋ ಮೆಮರಿ ಯುಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್. ಮಷೀನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ವೆರಿ ಹೈ ಸ್ಪೀಡಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮೆಮೊರಿಯನ್ನು ಯುಟಿಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಮಷೀನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಇಸ್ ಟಫ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್. ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಝೀರೋಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಒನ್ಸ್? Imagine that the commands will be like 0001, 000 like that. How many commands can you remember? It is little difficult, right? The language is extremely machine dependent. A machine language program written on one computer may or may not run on another computer. Many times we have experienced that ಒಂದು ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಫೋನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಫೋನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ರಾಯ್ಡ್ ಫೋನ್, ವಿಂಡೋಸ್ ಫೋನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ವಾ, ದೋಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಸಮ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ರನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ ವಿಂಡೋಸ್ ಫೋನ್, ಸಮ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ವಿಲ್ ರನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ರಾಯ್ಡ್ ಫೋನ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್, ವೆರಿ ಫ್ಯೂ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆಪ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಮಷೀನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್. This is why machine language is regarded as low-level language, LLL. ಮಷೀನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜು ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಯೂಸರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಇದನ್ನು ಲೋ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್, ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್. This language uses mnemonic codes and symbols in place of zeros and ones. Instead of remembering the exact memory location where data and instructions are stored, symbolic memory addresses are used for data. ಮಷೀನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಝೀರೋಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಒನ್ಸನ್ನೇ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಬಟ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಕೋಡ್ಸ್, ನಿಮೋನಿಕ್ ಕೋಡ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸಿಂಬಲ್ಸ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. We can keep symbols in our memory for a long time. So we can access the location very easily. Translator programs, also known as assemblers, they were developed to convert the assembly level language program into machine language. Computer understand only machine language. As I have already told, computer understands only machine language, but we people are using assembly language. How the computer can understand it? Through converting. So we can use the assemblers to translate the programs from assembly language to machine language. A program written in assembly language is called the source program, and the program converted into machine language by assembler is called object program or object code. ಸೊ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದಿರುವಂತಹ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ನ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ವ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲರ್ಸ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅದನ್ನು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಥವಾ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ is also machine dependent and programming in this language is quite time consuming. So it is also regarded as low level language. ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದಿರುವಂತಹ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಕೂಡ ಮಷಿನ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇದು ಟೈಮ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಲೋ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್, ಹೈ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್. Restrictions in the usage of machine and assembly language so that it prompted people to develop a language which should be simple, user-friendly and machine-independent. Owing to the above features, it became easy to learn and use the computer language. That is why it is known as high-level language, HLL. ಸೊ ಈ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜು ಯೂಸರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ಹಾಗೆ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ, ಹಾಗೆ ಮಷೀನ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದೀಸ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜಸ್. ಸೊ ತುಂಬ ಜನ ಹೈ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮಿಂಗನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಹೈ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ವೈಟ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಟು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್. Basic C, C++, Java, etc. are the some of the very popular high-level languages. C, C++, Java ಇದೆಲ್ಲವೂ ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲರ್ high-level languages. High-level language program need to be translated into machine language by using translator programs. Whatever the language you use, but computer understands only machine language. That's why we need to translate the high-level language into machine language to make computer understands the instructions. There are two kinds of translator programs, interpreter and compiler. What is interpreter? Let's look into it. Interpreter is a software program. It translates the program line by line. That means it converts one line at a time. What it is converting? It is converting the high-level language program into machine language because the computer understands only machine language and executes the instructions and then repeats the procedure for the remaining instructions. After we execute the program, then only we are able to get the output. In case if any errors are found, they are to be immediately removed. Computer is a machine, it doesn't do any mistake, but who is doing the programs? Programmers, right? They are the human beings. If any mistakes are done, in computer language, mistakes are called as errors. So if any errors are found, they are to be immediately removed. The converted form is not stored anywhere and has to be generated at the time of execution of program. Interpreter programs are preferred for beginners and are slow in execution speed. The converted form means this interpreter will convert the high level language into machine language, right? So that converted form will not store anywhere and has to be generated only at the point of execution. Since it converts line by line, it takes lot of time to convert. So this interpreter program is more suitable for beginners. Example, suppose the French president is visiting India on an official tour. In order to understand each other, both the French president and the Indian Prime Minister require an interpreter who can interpret French language into English language and vice versa. Do you know the meaning of vice versa? That means from French to English and English to French. Compiler. It translates the whole program at once. That means it generates the object code for the program along with the list of errors if any. And the execution is very fast in compilers. So here you can understand interpreter will translate line by line, but compiler will translate the whole program and gives the set of errors at a single point, and the execution is very fast here. Fourth generation language. We can call it as 4GL. Whereas in fourth generation language, they are closer to human language than any other high level language. Fourth generation language is a combination of languages with the following features. It is highly user friendly and independent of an operating system. Independent of operating system means you can run the same program in other operating system also. Very high speed of execution. Reduced level of programming efforts. As it is very closer to human language, so the effort of programmers will be less. Minimum efforts from the user to obtain any information. While retrieving any information also, it will be very easy. In 4GL, the user has to just specify the required output and the format of the output without bothering about the steps required to obtain that. That means while executing a program, so many steps will be there. But in fourth generation, it is very much user friendly, so no need to execute in a various steps. So you got to know many points about machine language, assembly language, high level language and fourth generation language. Now it's time to look into types of computers. Let's understand the types of computers. Mainly there are 4 types of computers. I hope all of you know about this. Just glance it once again. Supercomputer, mainframe computer, mini computer and microcomputer. These are the 4 different types of computers. Supercomputer. They are the most powerful computers with a huge processing speed. These computers are used for weather forecasting, space research, satellite control, etc. As it was a bigger machine, it was occupying a large space. It was very efficient machine, so that it was using for bigger projects like satellite control, weather forecasting, space research, etc. And example for supercomputers are CRAY1, CRAY2, Param, ETA-A10, Sunway, Taihu-Lite, etc. Mainframe computers. These computers are very powerful. They are big in size with large memory and high speed. They are designed to tackle huge amount of data. More than 100 users can use a mainframe computer simultaneously. So this is the multi-user computer. They are used in network environment. Mainframe computers are very expensive. That expensive means costly. And can be used in large business organizations, universities, banks, scientific laboratories, airline, railway ticket reservation, stock exchange market, etc. Example for mainframe computers are IBM Z series, PDP-10 and System Z10. Mainframe computers are also bigger machines but not as big as supercomputers. Mini computers. These computers are bigger in size than that of microcomputers. They have higher processing speed and costlier than microcomputers. Several users can use it at the single time. They are used in banks, universities and big organizations. Example for mini computers are PDP-8, VAX, etc. Microcomputers. These computers are small in size and costless. Means it will be available in affordable rate. They are usually designed for personal use. Therefore, they are also called personal computers. They are mainly used in homes, schools, offices, banks, etc. Examples for microcomputers are Commodore 64, IBM PC. These computers are given different names according to their usage. There are many types of microcomputers like desktop, laptops, handheld. These microcomputers are differentiated into desktop computer, laptop computers, notepad, mobile phone, like that. So children, I hope you have understood about different types of computers and different computer languages. Do you know Summit is the fastest supercomputer in the world? As of June 8, 2018, developed by IBM for use at Oak Ridge National Laboratory, USA. So, Summit is the fastest supercomputer. And the first interactive computer game was Space War. I know you all love to play computer games. So you need to know that the first interactive computer game was Space War. One more information. Locator Identifier Separation Protocol (LISP) was the first computer language for writing artificial intelligence programs. It was created by John M.C. Carthy. Nowadays, artificial intelligence are being used everywhere. So, LISP was the first computer language for writing artificial intelligence programs. It was created by John M.C. Carthy. Children, read well, complete the notes, and have a great day.